Ladies and gentlemen, hope y'all had a good 2 week. I'm gonna start off the video with just me mucking around trying to get Taliban parts. I'm gonna deploy a classic strategy where we check if anybody has the relics we're looking for. If not, we're leaving. Alright, they do not have the relics. Therefore, we're leaving. Usually I have like talking points prepped, but today I think we're just gonna like do it the old school way. I'm just gonna yap away. I finished reading a Korean webtoon recently called Solo Power Farming. I don't remember the exact title, but I'm telling you the story is pretty nice. The visuals are really clean. It doesn't hurt your eyeballs when you're reading it. The premise is like some guy in Korea, he gets summoned into a tower. He didn't get reincarnated into another world, no. The tower doesn't physically exist in his world. Normally, when people get summoned into the tower, they appear on the first floor. However, for our main character, he gets summoned to the 99th. What makes this story unique is that it's a slice of life that's kind of chill, which is pretty rare for these stories, I feel like. They don't take the time to explore the whole confusion aspect, the whole slow burn to like the path of power aspect. A lot of times with these power fantasy ones, they just jump from really weak to really powerful within a couple of like chapters. This one, like 100 chapter afterwards, bro went from F tier, like his ability is literally F tier, to like, was it C tier? So it isn't that extreme. Progression is nice. What I really love about the story is all the cute little animals and stuff. Bro is a farmer, so he has farm hands, which are just rabbits. Bro has a wandering merchant who is a cat to deal his produces to the first floor residents and whatnot. Oh, I forgot to mention, the tower has monsters, but it seems like all these monsters are very intelligent for the most part. Perhaps this is one of those like things where it came to being without being planned. The author did not originally intend the residents of the towers to be like sentient, but the way he was writing it sort of led to that. In the story, people have explored the tower up to about floor 52. That's like the extreme. The average person who's like, I don't know, A rank hunters, they could go to floor 30 something. So just to put things into perspective. So maybe it's like, you know, the higher the tower floor, the more intelligent a creature gets. But it's very much an afterthought. Oh wow, you could leave the squad before it loads you in like that. I didn't even know. There's something new every day. Story is definitely not all that impressive, but it's like a very nice getaway from all these intense stories you encounter and read about. It's just some dude not fucking like risking his life. He's just hanging out on like the top floor. He's not power tripping. He's just hanging out with a bunch of like animals. Oh, by the way, our main character was basically talking to himself for a solid 40 chapters before he gained the ability to speak with his like animal friends. So that's a really, really nice slow burn, like a immersion thing. Now this brings me to another series I want to talk about, which try to emulate something similar to solo farming. Like these two are completely unrelated stories and unrelated authors with like no similarities, but I'm only like bringing it up because to me this thing that I'm not going to talk about demonstrates how you could miserably fail at trying to create a slice of life manga or whatever. I'm going to talk about Isekai At Peace, which is another world at peace. What's wrong with this manga is that the main character basically does nothing the entire fucking time he exists in the story. Everything is being spoon-fed to the story. Like, I don't know if the author wrote this as like a self-insert fucking power like fantasy thing, because it's incredibly non-engaging, because nothing about the MC himself stood out. It's like a fucking cardboard cutout of a very generic isekai character who's dense as fuck, who's like goody two-shoe to the max, who forgives every fucking bad and evil thing, right? You get the gist. Just very unattractive, non-human fucking main character. I think a proper title for the series would have been like Getting Pampered in Another World. Like that would have been more in line with what the MC is going through. So this character, he gets transported into another world. For some reason, a really powerful individual in that world finds him attractive and wants to be, you know, in a couple relationship with this main character. Why? Who the fuck knows why? It's not revealed yet, but that's fine. That's totally fine. You know, you got to get your cheap powers in an isekai. That's like par for the course. Now, it doesn't stop there. Bro just keeps on encountering every single top level character in that world. He basically has his luck stat to the max. Everything he does leads to something good, something impressive. What I will say though is that there are some characters in the story that are pretty unique, such as like a goddess who kills everything around her, or rather she gives off this aura that's like extremely unpleasant and dreadful to be around, and she has like instant death magic, so she's like very feared by the average person. And the main character nutted up and overcame his fear. Now that was the first and last impressive thing I saw from the MC. Nothing else afterwards impressed me. It was very fucking ass. There's a lot of dog shit isekais out there that relies on like its shock factor, but for Isekai At Peace, there's nothing there. There's fucking nothing there to make it like appealing. If I want a power fantasy, I will go read fucking Overlord. That shit's more engaging than whatever piece of shit I'm like reading. Like, it gets me tight, bro. Like, I read 30 chapters of this, hoping that it gets good at some point. It does not. Bro goes to a fucking horse racing competition thing. Like, he's gambling on that shit. Guess what happens? Oh, he wins the race. Oh, he wants a fucking legendary pet. Oh, he somehow gets introduced to the king afterwards. Like, what the fuck are we writing, dog? And then there's another event where, like, this MC goes to, like, a elven holiday event thing, where a bunch of people gather around trying to get spirits to harvest fruits with them. People who harvest a lot of these spirit fruits, they end up being like a champion of a tournament for the fruit harvesting. Guess what happens when the fucking MC comes in? Oh, bro meets with the fucking the fairy queen. Bro fucking has like 2 quadrillion fruits, while the best person has like 200. What else? This bitch fucking like killed some bears or whatever the fuck. It's like, dude, I get it. Stop jerking himself off, or actually stop jerking yourself off while writing the story. It's fucking gross. It's so trash. Like, I've never read a piece of literature that's so disgustingly bad. Like, there's no passion in there, bro. Like, how do you create side characters that are more interesting than your main? That's just like, what? You know? Like, what is your angle? What is your starting point? Like, this is some Tokyo Revenger dog shit I'm reading. And even then, Tokyo Revenger has like impressive storylines. Like, what am I actually gaining from reading this piece of garbage? I'm upset. I want my time back. I think that's just like the big idea. Like, I need to vent to somebody about this, because it makes no sense. Like, it's not a sin to have your character always be winning or always like being at an advantage. Like, that's not a problem. What becomes a problem is when the character has no reaction to his own victories. Like, if I were to write a character that constantly wins from the start, what I would start introducing later down the line would be like, this character is gonna start getting paranoid. Like, why am I so lucky? What's the reasoning behind me being so lucky? Am I worth my luck? Like, they're gonna be like series of self-doubt sprouting within the mind of this character. Like, he's gonna have like some sort of guilt tied to his like extreme luck that's unearned compared to the suffering of everybody around him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something that humanizes the main character instead of having like a perfect being that gets everything handed to him. There's a story I've read that has like, you know, this like a similar theme where like the main character is winning. It's about this aristocrat who got, I don't know if it's banished or bro just went to an island willingly, but he basically arrived at an island and there was a cave there. He started mining in the cave, and he started obtaining like valuable minerals, started obtaining skills, just, you know, the average power fantasy. What makes it interesting is that he get these items, he looks at it, right? He looks at the tooltips and he's like, oh, I could use this for that. I could use this for that. And then one thing leads to another. He started having a civilization, a small kingdom on the island. Like, you have to build something out of these victories. I don't want to see a fucking character getting his fucking off, just getting sucked by all the supporting characters and be like, wow, you're the best, goo goo gaga. You know, like, I don't want to fucking read these dog shit baby time stories. Like, what am I fucking reading, bro? Gets me tight. By the way, I'm running off of like 5 to 6 hours sleep, so like my emotions are very much just at the extreme ends. Like, fucking, I don't even think Kirito is fucking winning every single fucking encounter. Like, bro, he loses. Like, even Kirito fucking loses. Holy shit, I just remembered something from the latest chapter I read. So, in fucking Isekai At Peace, right? There's one event. Oh, K12. Okay, nice. We shall stay. There's an event in fucking Isekai At Peace where like these agents, these minions basically of another powerful individual in the world was sent after him. I don't know if it's like to kidnap him or to actually kill him, but like either way, you have 3 powerful individuals. They set up a barrier, right? Stopping common people and uninvited guests from entering this domain where they were trying to kill the MC. Guess what the fuck happened? One of the supporting characters of the MC fucking goes into the barrier like it's nothing, which isn't a problem. Like, you kind of expect that. Like, yeah, okay, that's probably gonna happen at some point. Doesn't matter like if it's early or late, it's gonna happen. I can let that slide. And then another fucking character comes in. I'm like, okay, getting a little bit annoying now. And then you have another character coming in. It's like, whoa, bro, do you have any self-respect as a fucking story writer? Like, bro, do you write this shit while fucking getting jorked by the fucking Jorkmaster 3000? Like, what are we writing? Garbage. Straight up fucking garbage. Stop disrespecting your readers. Like, Jesus. So this barrier just fucking gets shattered by like 3 individuals. One of which is fucking like, I don't want to say magicless, but like they were not at the peak of their game. One of them was like suffering from some sort of deterioration of their body. So a non-magical fucking character and a fucking disabled person was able to walk into the barrier. So like, what's the point of the barrier? The story just doesn't let the MC shine. Like, I don't care about this fucking MC. I could be the MC. Like, a deadass, anybody could be the fucking MC in that story. It does not matter. Oh man, oh, I'm making that pretty bad. Whoa, Alice Prime! Alice Prime! Alice Prime! Enough about that garbage show. Moving on. I think there is a new IP for the Honkai series where it's about like either catching Pokemons or something like that. I'm gonna like insert a few pictures here and there so you get a concept of what's going on. They got like food themed pets everywhere. Oh, speaking of which, recently I spent fucking $6 for a VPN because I want to play a Chinese space game from my childhood, which also has an element of catching pets. Take a wild guess what happens. Take a wild guess. With my luck, Mr. Poopy Doopy No Looks piece of shit here. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh my god. Guess what happened with my dog shit luck? You guessed it. Either my IP or my ISP is getting banned from accessing their network because I could access it with a VPN turned on, and my friends who are using different other ISP services are able to access it too. So yeah, it sucks. It's a game I talked about in one of my past videos. It's called Seer, S-E-E-R. I want to hop back onto it just because, you know, I kind of miss catching Pokemons. I don't want to play Nintendo's Pokemon because it's not eye-catching to me, and I don't want to pay money for it. But yeah, I was like fucking racking my brains trying to understand what the fuck was the issue. Oh no, I'm pretty sure somebody did something bad with the ISP's network and it just got banned off of China. I don't know how to say what went wrong. So that concludes the ranting for this week. See you guys in another 2 weeks. Again, happy holidays. Enjoy your Labor Day off. Have a good one. Bye-bye.